Hello, my name is Michael. I'm running the Boardgames Chronicle blog, and today I'm inviting you to the second game of Commands and Colors Samurai Battles, and the second part of how to play video series. You can find the link to the first video under this material, and today I would like to focus on more difficult and more complicated rules. Before jumping into the actual play, let me say a couple of words about Commands and Colors Samurai Battles. This is the newest installment in this popular series. This was published by GMT. First version of Samurai Battles was published by Zvezda many years ago. What we have here, we have set of 40, I repeat 40 battles depicting the most important engagements and combats in the medieval Japan, mainly in the 16th century. We use the known model of commands cards. We'll have also the second set of cards, dragon cards. We'll use the dices, which will resolve the battles quickly and effectively and allow us to depict these most important engagements, usually in up to 45-60 minutes per battle. Guys, what I would like to do today is to present more advanced rules than I was showing in the first video. Namely, we'll have army commander here. It's pretty nicely described in the reference sheet. I will not be going through all those details, but believe me, there are some specific rules which you will see during the play. What battle did I choose? This is one of the most famous battles, Oken Hazama. And the situation is following. We have Imagawa, who conquered two border forts of Oda. Here are the Oda forces. And they were celebrating because they were at the brink of breaking into the Oda country. Oda, during the night, during the storm, in a kind of a hidden way, approached the command tent and actually was celebrating samurais from downhill. Here are the approaching forces, and completely surprised the Imagawa. Actually, they overrun this camp pretty quickly and dealt a decisive blow to Imagawa campaign. In the game terms, once the Oda is able to conquer this tent, the game finishes. Otherwise, we play to 5 victory banners. You can see victory banners here prepared. If we look at the command cards, the Oda starts with 5, the Imagawa with 2, and gradually grows this number up to, I think, 5. Yes, that shows the surprise. I will be playing this in a kind of a demonstration, drawing one card, command card for each of the sides, and moving the units, also providing some additional data about their features, their skills, especially focusing on how army commander and command tent works. Okay, that's all for the battle introduction. Okay, so we'll start the battle now. First of all, Oda will be moving. We draw a card. We see it has 2 units in each section. We have some starting dragon cards of Oda here, and he will add a tea ceremony to this card. Tea ceremony needs you to invest 1 fortune token. Then you roll the number of dice equal to your command, number of cards you have in your hand, so 5 at this moment in time. And for each such roll, we'll be getting like 2. So it's kind of investment which didn't pay out. Yeah, we have not rolled anything. And we'll now move the forces forward. So yeah, we would like to close on this tent as soon as possible. So we're moving cavalry forward. This is one from the left, and we'll move this unit here. So 2 from the left, 2 in center, it will be those guys, and those guys. Let me just move it like this. And we have also on the left of the order one more unit. You know what? I have a feeling. No, I don't want. You know, I don't want to break the serpent command. Should I have one? But obviously there is no other choice for me in this case. So they move here. Nice. And yeah, there is no range combat. At the end of a turn, you can take 2 honor and fortune or 1 dragon. I think we'll take the honor and fortune. It's good to build a handful of it. Now the time is for the Imagawa. He has 3 in the center and he will play a nice combat dragon card, Spirit of Hayaji. It allows 1 unit to move 1 additional hex. It will be very helpful for bringing those reinforcements forward. So what we'll do, we need to pay 1. And yeah, we'll move cavalry. We'll move the samurai spearmen. And we'll move the arquebusers. Normally, samurai spearmen move 1 hex, the arquebusers and the cavalry 2 hexes. Thanks to the dragon card, we are able to move 1 more hex. At the end of turn, 2 tokens for Imagawa. Okay guys, so let's see what Oda will have. A serpent command, fantastic. So we can move a line of units which are linked in a linked hexes. Something like line command in Ancients, but it can be also the cavalry. So, well, we have to start attacking the tent. Yeah, this is our goal. So let's move forward. 1 hex each. And now we'll be attacking the command tent with those 2 red units. The only way to hit the bodyguards in the command tent is by rolling sword. So no color hits them. Important thing, and I actually made a mistake when I played this scenario with my buddy. Normally, when you do the leader check in the close combat, and there is some, block removed, for example, like this, you would roll 1 die and see if leader dies. For the army commander, you roll always 2 dice unless there is 0 blocks left. So please remember it. They also ignore all flags, so it's very, very tough to hit them. All of those units were activated, so now the battle will begin. I will start attacking with the foot unit. They have normally the samurai spearmen 4 dice. We'll add to this 1 for inspiration, so it will be 5 dice. 5 dice. And let's see what comes out of it. Wow, that's a rare occurrence. We have 2 swords, so it's a lot. Okay. And now we roll for the army commander leader check. 2 swords will kill him. No, there's no kill. Now they battle back. They battle back with the number of the units. The number of dice is equal to the number of the bodyguards. So we have 2 bodyguards and they reroll swords. No hit. No luck. Now those red guys will be rolling. Again, we'll inspire ourselves. No hits and no honor and fortune tokens because yeah, we inspired ourselves. So the battle bag is with 2. And the battle bag does not bring any hits. So that was a very bad start for Imagawa, but a historical one. Okay, let's move on. So what will Imagawa play now? 1-1-1. It's pretty good card. Allows you to really nicely move in all the sections. But what shall we do? We are in a dire situation, pretty dire situation. We would like those red guys moving forward, definitely. We would like to relieve the pressure on the command tent attacking with the cavalry. And on the left, we'll move another cavalry forward. So, yeah, that's what we would like to do. Here, we'll attack those foot units. 4 dices, plus 1 for inspiration. Sorry, after the last Oda turn, we did not draw the dragon card or took the honor and fortune, so let me do it now. Yes, so we inspire here. I think I paid for this, yes, I think. So we roll a 5 dices against those foot units. A really nice roll. 2 of them are hit. We roll for a leader check. Only 1 die. Oh, that's tough. That's tough because that foot leader dies. Yeah, that was a pretty good counterattack from Imagawa's side. Okay. Fine. So now a battle back from the samurai spearmen. They can be inspired. You see, you have a cavalry leader here. A cavalry leader can inspire the unit with him and any unit adjacent to him. And the infantry leader can only inspire a unit with him, and it has to be infantry. So we'll spend 1 token, and those samurai spearmen will battle back the cavalry with 5 dice. Remember about superior stature. So cavalry will ignore 1 sword from infantry. Okay, that was a funny roll. We don't have this because we inspired ourselves. We take 2 tokens for that attack. 1 cavalry is dead and flag is ignored. A red unit, either cavalry or infantry, these are samurais, so they can always ignore 1 flag, and being with leader we can ignore 2nd flag. Important, maximum number of flags you can ignore in any situation is 2. You cannot ignore more. Leader check for this cavalry leader. Oh gosh. Okay, so you know, in this game the leaders really fall like flies. I was not expecting this to end so soon in a bloody struggle. Okay. So I would think I will draw 2 more for Imagawa, and we move to Oda. Let's see what Oda has now under his sleeve. He has tiger tail left, so 2 in the center and 1 from the left. So I would move those from the left here, and I would attack with those 3 guys. That attacks the blue ones with 5. Of course, we use inspiration. Very tough times for Imagawa. Okay, you see, you do not always score the hits in this game. It's more like a game of attrition than a pure blood shed like in case of ancients. Okay, battle back of the blue units. They can be inspired by this leader, by this cavalry leader. So they normally have 3, but +1 they have 4. And pretty good roll. One samurai is dead, only one, because the red units can ignore 1 sword from the blue units and 2 swords from the green units. It's a superior armor. But before we do it, before we move on, let's do the leader check. Okay, guys, I'm not making this up. This is the 3rd leader which was killed. And well, that's kind of unbelievable, but the death ratio is enormous. 2 foot leaders dead here, 1 cavalry leader dead there. But I have a feeling that Oda can actually allow himself those losses while Imagawa can't. Now we have 2 more attacks, those 2 units, and this will be very, very important. Let me, for example, attack first with that unit here, this weaker one. So we roll, we inspire him with this cavalry leader, and he rolls 5 again. Only swords, only swords. Okay, let me reroll this one day. So that means no hits. Battle back. Only 2 guys are left. And you see, they hit on a sword and they reroll it. Just like elephants in Ancients. Okay, so sword. Flag is ignored. 1 samurai is dead. No. This auto attack is not going as good as we would like it to, but let's see. Another attempt. Those red guys inspired, attacking the command stand. Okay. Wow. We have a hit. We have a score. So 1 is dead. Let me put him here. We do the leader check on 2 dice. No, nothing. What we can do now, we can use a special card, a desperate charge. We play it before the combat roll. We do not spend any tokens, as you can see. And we'll have 2 additional dices, but this is only in a case of a unit with the last block. So this is exactly this case. Thanks to this card, we'll not roll 1 die, because we have only 1 bodyguard, but 3. And I will also inspire those bodyguards, so we have 4 dice. And we reroll swords. That was not the best roll, but it will allow us to show some game mechanics. First of all, we're hit, so we lose 1 red unit. Now we roll for the leader check. I hope that one will survive. This is Oda. Yeah, he survives. Now we can ignore maximum 2 flags per roll. That unit can actually ignore 2 flags because of being adjacent to at least 2 other units and having the leader, but we need to take the 3rd flag. What happens? We move here, and because this is kind of a shameful to retreat in the face of enemy for a samurai, we lose the honor. First of all, we lose 2 honor for retreating with a samurais, with a red unit, and 1 because also the leader was retreating 3. That's painful. That's really painful. But on the other hand, we are pretty close to victory, seeing those units we get. That will be all for the turn of Oda. At the end of the turn, they will definitely draw 2 tokens. It can still go both ways. Let's see what will happen. And we are drawing the card for Imagawa. Red units. Nice. that will be very nice, but because we'll move this here, we'll move those here, and let me check. This cavalry will attack. So first of all, attack here. We cannot inspire ourselves. The foot leader only inspire the hex he is in, plus he cannot inspire the cavalry. So 4 dices. So red versus red, samurai versus samurai. Okay, we have a hit. So another of Imagawa fox that's not going into the direction we were thinking it will, but there is still hope. And now he will attack those poor bowmen again. Unlike in Ancients, for example, or in Medieval, there is no evade here. So 4 dice. 4 dices, we got 1 hit. And another important rule, because these were samurais on the horses attacking some peasants, we are not getting any honor and fortune. There is no honor in riding down the bowmen. Now they can battle back, and they will battle back. They will use 1 token to inspire themselves, and they will roll 3 dices. And actually, because cavalry ignores the swords, it will only be a hit on the red. There is no hit, it was lost token. So we take 2 tokens for Imagawa, and I'm wondering what we'll have now for Oda, because things are looking slightly grim, but they can still pull it out. Leadership, that's nice card. In Ancients, Medieval, you have leadership, any section, left, right, and so on. You have only 1 card here, leadership. This is leader plus 4 hexes. So this would be that leader, of course. We'll reorganize ourselves a little bit, and we'll attack with those units. First of all, the red ones and those blue ones. This is a distraction attack, 4 plus 1. Okay. Let me check if I'm getting any kind of... yes, unit collects honor and fortune. Yeah, so I get 2 honor and fortune for this, but no hits. And they will battle back at me. They will use 1 token, being inspired by this leader. So with 4. No hits, but I need to take 1 flag. I can ignore... no, I don't need. I ignore 1 for adjacency and the second for being samurai. Oof. And they don't have the token because they were inspired. Now, the big roll, the game-changing roll. Both units attacking here, I inspire them, of course. They roll 5 die and they need 1 sword. Let's see. Okay, that will be game over. The last of the blocks is dead, which means, when all bodyguard blocks are eliminated after a successful leader check, casualty check, the lone commander may not remain on the command tent hex. So leader check, now we roll with a 1 die. He managed to escape. If he escapes, for example here, they lose another 3 tokens. He becomes a foot leader. They enter the tent. The Oda enters the tent. And that's the game over. That means that the surprise attack of Oda on Imagawa camp succeeded, and that he took over the tent. There were losses, significant losses, like 2 leaders and a lot of samurai spearmen, but in the end it was successful. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you like this game. I hope you understand the mechanics, see how the command tent works. This was the part 2 of how to play Samurai Battles. I encourage you to see the part 1, and I'm inviting you to the part 3, in which I will focus on some interesting terrain features. I would like to play a scenario with a river, with a castle, so you can see also those features. Thank you very much for today. Please subscribe, please like the video, and you can also click the link to my blog for more session reports. Thank you for today, and bye.